face mask for the last hour. It's given me a bad chest. I bought these in Bangalore, bought 20 of them. I think they were 10p each, but they smell like arse. The flight weren't too good either, it was really sponged up, so you know, I've been breathing, sucking on that for the last hour. Everyone's wearing them apart. I would say at the airport, I'd say 80% of the people were wearing them, and about 90% of the people that weren't wearing them were foreigners, like Europeans. Looking a bit different round here. I know Bangkok quite well. It does look a bit different. I'm pretty sure I've come out the right exit 4. Cheers. I've made it. I know I keep doing videos from the hotel room. I've got to sort it out, but I did one earlier, but it's so hard work trying to film and drag a suitcase at the same time. But, oh, I tell you, I've forgotten how much I love it here. I can't believe I only booked 3 nights. I was working it out, so I've lost today, so I've only got 2 whole days, but you know, it's only the food really. But well, I'm here for 10 days, but I'm 3 nights in Bangkok and then I'm up north. But it's changed so much. It's funny, I think I come here every year, sometimes for a month or 2 months at a time. I came here every year for 8 years, didn't change a bit, been gone 3 years, and can't believe how much it's changed. Just so much redevelopment going on here. A lot of the market stalls are gone and things like that, and this hotel's completely different to the, you know, they've refurbed this and made, you know, so anyway, cheers. I got a beer. So about as expensive, so I just got it out of the mini bar. They don't sell beer, but you can't buy beer between 2 and 5, so even if I go down to 7-Eleven I can't get one. And the restaurant here, I said, I got here, I was so hot, get to that in a sec, so hot, I said, look, I just dropped the suitcase. Geezer was going to try and take my suitcase in. I said, no, we're going to have a beer first. And the geezer said, oh, not till 5. I was like, oh, alright. So anyway, yeah, I checked in, and the humidity here in Bangkok, I mean, I think it's 27 today, they said on the plane, or 20, it was, you know, and I thought, that don't seem, you know, that's not that hot, but it's so humid. You know, I was, you know, in Goa when it was 35, 36, nothing like this at all. It's just unbelievable, just pouring sweat. So I did go the wrong way outside the train station. I swore it was exit 4, but it was exit 2, and I walked up with this right, crossed over, went back. I do it every time, even when I've not even, you know, if I've not been here for 6 months, I always go out the wrong exit. But sorry, just gonna have a slurp. Got to start looking in the camera now. Cheers. This is a change of scenery. Quick slurp. Change of scenery from India. Just ordered loads of food. So usually in previous trips I'm a little bit sort of frugal, but nowadays I don't care anymore. I just ordered normally I'd order 1 dish and 1 rice, and now I ordered like 3 dishes here with rice and that. So I was going to go to my favourite restaurant across the road. I'm actually in the restaurant at the hotel, which is actually very good as well. So I've just ordered a few little bits here and there, mostly meat. I haven't hardly eaten meat for about 10 days, I think, so it's time for a bit of a meat feast. But yeah, I've had a shower, got my new so I get away with wearing t-shirts like this around here. No, everybody's wearing bright coloured t-shirts. Now it's very humid here in Bangkok at the moment. I mean, unbearably. Actually, I'm feeling quite not so bad at the moment. Got a few fans going. I've got some food coming now as well. Captain. I've ordered this. This one's quite nice. Like a green vegetable fried up with ginger and garlic and stuff, chili and garlic. A little bit of cow. Let's turn the cow upside down first. Keep that warm for a little while. Well, I've got 2 more dishes. Wasn't quite sure. I just picked on the pictures. There's like some sliced pork, and I think the other one might be beef or pork in like a dry chili powder sort of thing. You know, they cook it and then they just drop it into a dry mix and it coats the meat. Yeah, no, I'm really pleased to be here. India's behind me. I'm regretting not staying here longer now. I've only got a couple of days here, 3 nights, with two whole days really. And if I get too pissed, I'm not going to do anything really. But I haven't got much to do anyway. I came here really to sort of catch up with a friend, but he's in the UK at the moment, so I'm sort of on my own really for a couple of days, which is, you know, that's fine. You know, I'm used to it, but it's just, I mean, this restaurant here for the hotel is does really nice food. Wouldn't mind some chopsticks actually, but he hasn't got any. Let's try some of this quickly, but I'm giving me chopstick. There's a restaurant down the road called Engal Kuiki, which I talked about in my book, and they do amazing spicy pork. So I'm going to go and have that probably tomorrow now. Get quite hungry. I'm eating since breakfast. I had like a Spanish omelette at the airport about 8 o'clock this morning. No, what was it? 7 o'clock this morning. What's some of this here? Probably doesn't look that good, but the flavour, the garlic and the chilli and that, lovely. One of the other ones that turned up, I was actually videoing and I just realised I wasn't even recording. I thought it was pork that I ordered, but it's actually a fish cake. And I thought it was pork, I thought it was beef or something that had been dipped in like a dry thing. It's actually a fish cake, and they're very hot. Very, very hot. Don't need. It comes with chili sauce, but you don't need it. It's so hot, fiery. Got other little bits. You always get your yin and your yang with Asian food, like Chinese and Thai food. You get your fiery. I don't know which one's which. Yin is the bad, is it, and yang is the good, or so you always get a balance. You get one of your yings, and then the other one is the balance. So if you have a bit of salt, you have a bit of sweet, and so you always get a little bit of veg with every meal, even if it's just a piece of cucumber or something like that. So these ain't bad. Turn up now. These are like some fatty bits of pork. Cook this at home quite easy. Just get a pork chop, deep fry it for a little while, slice it up, bit chili sauce, salted. Very simple, very tasty. See what I mean by the yin and the yang? You always get a bit of green with it as well. Cucumbers and that. So get a bit of that pork with all the rest of it on the plate now. I've got my fish cakes, my greens, and some fatty pork with some rice and a bit of chili sauce, and a little bit more, get a bit of cabbage on and all. Stick that cabbage on and all. Beautiful. I have no qualms about the food here, the cleanliness. I have no concerns at all. Everything's spotless. Never had stomach problems ever in Thailand. And yet every time I go to India for a week, I end up with the shits or something. So I've got absolutely no fear here at all. I was walking down the road earlier, and there was a water sprinkler, you know, outside a condo, like water in the grass, and it didn't bother me. I just walked straight past it. If I was in India, I wouldn't have gone anywhere near that. I would have given that a wide berth. But I've ordered too much here, but I'm going to eat a lot. It's lovely, even if I don't drink any more beer. It's so nice. Just farted in the lift. When I got to the bottom floor, I walked out. Some geezer walked in with his missus. You heard him say something in his native tongue. I think he was displeased. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick local tonight. Just gonna, I mean, there's a 7-Eleven there actually. I'm going to head down. I'm going to head down to near the station and just have a wander around. Really, it's a hotel I stayed at. I'm walking past now. It's called Pradipat Hotel. This whole road I'm on now, it's called Pradipat Road. Basically, I haven't always stayed here. I did have a month down Ceylon Road the last time I was here, but there's a pretty hotel there. Stayed in there. The rooms ain't all that great. I've stayed in quite a few hotels along here over the years. I think the last time I was here 3 years ago, I had a month in another place. It was about 50 quid a week, but you had to pay for the month. It was 200 quid for the month, and I just stayed there. I can't remember what it was now, mate. Anyway. So there's lots of street food along here. So I'll just keep on walking. Tuk-tuks are a little bit different around here than they were in India. Oh, look at this, look. A few new restaurants popping up here, look. Body cat. Nice bit of meat hanging up there. What about food? Yeah, so I think there used to be, not so much anymore. I don't know, maybe I'm going to get a bit further down here. But normally when you walk along here, to my right here, there's usually shitloads of like little stalls, hawker stalls, selling street food. So I love it. You know, wander out the hotel and just come and grab a bit here and there. I'll have a bit of chicken, I'll have a bit of rice, I'll have a bit of this, a bit of that. Take it back to the hotel room and just sit in the hotel, and that's what I used to do most nights, rather than, you know, go out and sit in a restaurant, which I hate having to do for every meal. But yeah, just grab a bit, take it back to the hotel room, put a telly on, put a film on or something like that. And I think that was a bit of a problem actually, because I got in the habit of doing that out here, and then when I went back to the UK, it's like a cheap way of eating really. And I go back to the UK and then I'd do it in the UK as well. I'm buying takeaways every night, and I sort of led on to that. So I sort of knocked that on the head anyway. Oh no, there was a few places along here. So a bit of fish there, like a bit of mackerel or something there, it's grilled. I'll keep going, I'll keep having a look. Got a couple of beers now, so I don't really care what people think. No one seems to care too much around here. So, I know, something deep fried there, but when I was in India, I'm walking around with my phone out, and there's the old chicken and rice there. I think that might be the guy. First time I come to Thailand 11 years ago with my dad, he might not be this one, it might be up there, and we just sat there on a little table there, and it was chicken and rice, pretty much just a boiled bit of chicken. So it's nicer than it sounds, but it's just plain chicken. Again, you get your greens, so you get a bit of cucumber, and a little bit of rice, and the rice, they steam the rice and they put a ladle of the chicken soup in as well, gives it a bit of flavour. But more along here. Not quite sure what that one is. Might be a sweet, that one. But there's some more up here. So I must admit, there's loads on the other side actually. Maybe I'll film that one tomorrow. So it's all changed along here now. It used to be so much more quaint, you know. But it's becoming much more modern now. If it's been the old stuff's all being torn down, and it's all becoming quite modern now. But it's still turning into shops now. These hawker stalls, and all that one is. So, look, little kid down there. Some sort of syrupy chicken soup there. So a lot of these things I never eat. I just go for fried chicken and rice most of the time, but I'm sure what that one is. got some cockles and sliced sausages and stuff like that. So that one looks nice, bit of stir-fried veg, cabbage and that. This is the guy, I think. Chicken is, yeah, it used to be on that side, but so they've all changed it all now. So that was the guy. So I'll probably have to go there for, you know, it's tradition, you know. And can't come down here and not have that at least once. So probably the first meal I ever had in Bangkok, in Thailand, in fact. So it's quite busy. So on the other side of the road, loads of 7-Elevens. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have given for a 7-Eleven in India. Oh, on the step. Didn't drop my phone down the drain. On the house all a bit closer and that, so pork and bits like that. Bits of cooked pork and there's black beans there, and noodle, various soups, and you know, not particularly, you know, quite a nice healthy meal really, full of spices, ginger, and you know, cost about £1 or something. Yeah, look at the old barbecue there. That looks nice, doesn't it? Like mackerel or something there. That's the sort of thing I normally get. Things like this. You get these meats on sticks, and they're like all sort of sticky and that, and you're being griddled. Just grab a, you know, about £5 each, and you just grab a load of them and some sticky rice and a bit of chilli sauce, and that's it. And I just go back to the hotel room, and you know, you just get a bit of the sticky rice, roll it up into a ball, a bit of the meat, dip it in the chilli sauce. Lovely. So I get towards the end of the road now, whether to keep recording or what now. I'll have to film the other side of the road. So there's all kinds of like shellfish, seafood. There's like octopus, it looks like, sweets and fruits and juices. This was a favourite of my dad's actually. This place here, he used to do. They do like, you buy like half a roast chicken here, or they do like a chicken mould thing. They get chicken, put it into a packet, cook, roast it up. That was another one. That was a regular place. Go there and get some fried chicken. The only problem is that meal I ate earlier was lovely, but I do eat a lot of fried chicken while I'm here, and rice. It's like one of my staples. Fried chicken, chilli and rice. Yeah, gone with my better self and decided to call it a night. I've been up since what is it? Well, about 5 o'clock this morning. So did get a couple of bits in Big C while I was there. I got the trifecta. I bought 4 of them, which I thought, well, why am I paying? You know, might as well replace those 2 I had out the mini bar. You know, for half the price in the supermarket. So I just stick them back in the fridge. The all important juice, strawberry juice, very, very nice. And of course, you know, if you've got a fridge, you've got to go with the half a roast chicken. Not that I'm hungry, but that'll sit there for an hour, and if I don't, I won't eat it, but I'll stick it in the fridge, and then when I wake up tomorrow feeling a bit peaky, I've got juice and roast chicken and all that. If I was here for a week, I'd be out already. I'd be up Ceylon Road now, drinking in the Irish pub that me and my dad used to drink in. But so just gonna 3 nights here, just take it easy, a few beers, I think. Don't want to go mad, but I do want to pop into that bar actually. It's weird because there's no grave for my dad, or there's no ashes, or there's nothing, no memorial. There's a bench in Chalkwell Park. I think, you know, when I'm here in Asia, you know, that bar, I just sit at the bar and have a drink, and that's my sort of way of sort of having a beer and remembering my old man, really. Sort of my version of sort of putting flowers on a grave, I suppose. I just go and sit at the bar and have a couple of pints for an hour or something like that. So I would like to do that. Maybe I will go up Ceylon tomorrow. I just know it's a dangerous game, because once you're out, and, you know, and the drinks are going down, and you're chatting to people, and next thing it's 2 in the morning, and you know, hangovers are calling. So at the moment I'm behaving myself. Cheers. Just been having a couple of thoughts about last few thoughts about India actually. When I left, I sort of thought, well, you know, probably come back again, you know, every 5 years or something. I seem to be going there, but just being back here in Bangkok for 24 hours, I sat down at that restaurant last night. The table was spotless, you know, the menu, I didn't mind browsing through the menu, you know, and it just made me realise how fucking filthy everywhere I went in India was filthy. I mean dirty, yeah. Picking up a menu, you can feel the grime of the food and hands and that have come before it twice. I mean, I'm in Thailand now. It's not the best place to be at the moment when you've got a bit of a sniffle, you know. So I even avoided getting in the lift a minute ago because a couple of people got in there with face masks. I thought, I don't want me in there, not where, you know. So I walked up 4 flights of stairs. But anyway, and I'm just thinking, you know, I think probably the cleanest place I ate was that where I had the banana leaf the other day in the hotel restaurant downstairs. Everywhere else, it was just dirty. They just don't keep it clean. It's like, you know, it's not a racial thing. This is just a blatant observation, you know. Just everywhere I went, it was just dirty and filthy, and it's only because they can't be bothered to keep it clean. So, you know, and I come here and it's such a relief. You know, it's such a wonderful dinner last night, and you know, I don't mind anything. I don't mind touching things. Everywhere I went in India, I was completely on edge of everything, really. I mean, last night I was still a bit on edge, and I was walking down some steps, and I just as I got to the bottom, I felt like someone was behind me, and I sort of stopped, you know, to let them go by. Then I thought maybe, and I thought that's what India has done to me, because I'm constantly on the edge of someone barging past, or a bike's going to come flying by, or a tuk-tuk, or anything, yeah. And here it's not like that at all. You know, everybody's pretty respectful. They'll let you go. They'll nod. They'll have a little bow. You know, thank you very much. Yeah, after you. And, you know, and it's just the complete opposite in India. And I'm not in any rush to go back, to be honest with you. You know, that was my 3rd trip to India, and I don't know if it'll be my last. Definitely no big trips. You know, maybe a week here, a week there. You know, but no more sort of, you know, months on end. I'm just, I suppose there was a couple of places in Goa that were pretty clean, but it's, you know, I got it out of my system now. I wanted to go and do it, but you know, so I've been ill twice. I've had bad stomach for a week, just stomach churning over every night, in and out of the toilet, and I reckon that's from the menus, you know, filthy menus, and this sniffle. I don't know. It started off as a sore throat down in Varanasi. Again, it's just dust. Smoke probably, and I was out, you know, a bit run down. I was out every day climbing up these stairs, loads of stairs up there. But no, I'm glad I'm away from it, and at the moment it's just a contrast here. I mean, I've been here so many times, like it's like I know this place like the back of my hand, but it's such a relief now just to, you know, the people are so much, you know, there's respect, there's people queue for things, you know, there's no barging, there's not people, you know. I talked about it before in the metro station the other day. You know, there's a queue of people, and I'm about 5th of the line, and then people just walk straight up to the counter. They just go straight to the front, and nobody says anything. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, I've said all this before, so yeah, but I'm really enjoying it here. I've just got my mobile working actually, and just bought a SIM card. I had a couple of beers last night, but not too, you know, not really call myself hungover, but I've been in that 7-Eleven this morning. Just bought myself a True Move. I think it was about 250, 49 for the SIM, 200 for the package, whatever I've got. And I'm only here for 10 days, but it wasn't working to begin with, and I was in there for about 20 minutes at the counter, like. And she did her best, the girl, because I must have been in that situation about 4 times before. See, I normally get the tourist SIM, or I used to get the tourist SIM, and I wrote about it on my website. There was a whole web page about it, but I deleted the website because I wasn't working on it anymore. So when I went in there, I said, tourist SIM. She said, well, I've got this one. I thought, oh, go on in. and we were there for ages. She was trying to do it, and I was trying to register on the network. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll take it back to the hotel and I'll try and figure it out. And I knew what it was. You got to put in an APN. You got to register the APN. I've done it before here a few times. So I went online, got on the Wi-Fi, and typed in what is the APN for TrueMove, and there it was. And you just add a new one and put the information in, and bang, Wi-Fi's up, mobile internet again. So forget how much I love it round here. It's very, very hot today. 33. Haven't really got many plans. No danger of anyone sort of hassling me today, just wandering around. So I'm just heading down. A friend of mine wants me to pick him up a kettle. Friend in Philippines, can I grab him a kettle? But I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it in my suitcase. But just heading up to the supermarket now to have a look for him. And then what else was I going to do? Pop in and get a couple of bits here and there, and that's it really. I haven't really got much planned today. So, yeah, cracking. Actually, that's what I was going to say. You can see I've done away with the face mask. Only about half the people are wearing them around here. A lot more on the metro and stuff. So if I get on the BTS, which I probably won't today or this morning, but if I get on the SkyTrain or the Underground, I'll wear one then. But other than that, I mean, it's quite common for people to be wearing them anyway. Even a couple of years ago. So, but yeah, while I'm around here, I ain't gonna bother. So, I was gonna head back to Big C. There's a place there that does a noodle soup, but I think I'm gonna pop to this one actually. So it looks like they do like egg noodles. I like the thick egg noodles, but that one there, so you've got pork, and I think that's pork balls, and then they've got these noodles here, which I'm gonna try that one, I think. What do you cap? Gutio move? Cap. This one? Cap. Captain Cap. I've been in this one a few times before actually. So there's quite a few of these restaurants around here near the hotel. A lot of this is a bit more traditional. This one, a lot of the newer ones open up by the younger people. So fancy menus and fancy advertising stuff like that. So I've been in here. I think I came in here with my dad a few times. I'm normally coming here for a pork and noodle soup. Like that. Not sure how much it costs. 70, 50. It says 50 up there, 70 up there, but can't really know. But just. Well, it's always handy with those small notes when you don't really understand how much things cost. You just give them a 100 note and see what change you get. I'm looking forward to this. I cooked these in England myself. I haven't had one for ages, so I'm going to enjoy this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, this noodle soup. One of my favourite meals to have in Thailand. Yeah, so there is the guy said, do you want the small, the big? The small one's 50 and I ordered the big one for 70. So there should be some bits of pork in there, little pork balls, and Captain Cap. Captain Cap. That's medicinal. That's definitely medicinal. That is. But, chopsticks out there, and so I always tend to put a lot of chilli and things, so I'm going to get a little bit of chilli here as well. Just a little sprinkle of chilli in there. I'm not sure what that one is. Vinegar, I think. I'm not going to bother with that one today. But, yeah, I haven't had this for at least 3 years. Well, not in this restaurant anyway. I do cook them myself in England sometimes. So I've got some egg noodles in there as well. So have a little taste. Got the plastic. Don't get on with these plastic chopsticks. I prefer the wooden ones. Nice. Some pork balls and that. That'll clear my chest, that will. Lovely. So really enjoying this. Super healthy, well maybe not this one, it's full of pork. There was a big chunk of pork hock in there. You can just tell that's been in the stock, just simmering away for hours, just adding flavour to it and that. So much nicer than any sort of curry I've had lately, you know. You know, it's not particularly sort of a hefty meal, which is, you know, very light, which is obviously, you know, it's not like, you know, Thai people, it's not like us or the Indians where they, you know, you'll eat 2 or 3 big heavy stodgy meals a day. Here it's more like, you know, very light meals, maybe 5 times a day. You're going to have a little soup here or a little something there. That stock is, you know, better than any supplement I could have taken this morning and that. But yeah, I wish I could. I'm going to try and eat as many of these as possible, I think. So, lots of bean sprouts in there, absolutely packed. Fresh bean sprouts, absolutely packed full of vitamin C as well. Coriander in there, a nice flavour. Finishing the last of it off now with a spoon. There's a little bit of chilli gone down the wrong way there a second ago. So that's definitely got some medicinal properties, that has. I really enjoyed that noodle soup. And one of my favourite things to eat out here. It is quite inexpensive, not a big filling meal, but was it 70 baht, so back in the day that would have been a quid, but now it's more like, well, getting near 2 quid now, depending on what kind of exchange rate you get. 2 quid, I mean some nice bits of pork in there, and they did the egg noodles as well, which I like. I'm going to try and cross over it, I think. Now I'm going to keep going down the end of the road, but at the end of the road, then I'm going to walk back and try and find this restaurant that does the Mukrop Pad Pet. I'm having that for dinner later. So yeah, cross over and have a look. Not sure I've ever been on these steps before. Maybe once or twice. Walked past them hundreds of times. Pradipat Road, where I spent most of my time in Bangkok in the past. So apart from that one time I was up Silom Road area for a month. Usually always around this area. So get down these stairs. Oh, I'm just going to walk along here now. Let's see what's going on this side of the road. So I had a bit of a wander last night with on that side. See, a lot of the street food sellers, they don't come out till after dark. Once all the shops close for the night, you know, the business shops like here, once they're all shut up for the day, that's when sometimes, I'm not sure what's in that one, once they close up for the day, all the nighttime workers come out, and there's some more sort of pork in there, similar to what I just had back there, like a pork and noodle soup. And so I'm keeping an eye out for my my favourite restaurant. It's along here. I've found the restaurant that I was looking for. The beer as well. Cheers. But
In my book, if you ever read my book about my favourite restaurant in Bangkok, or my favourite meal, this is the place. So it's not the restaurant itself, but it's the spicy pork food that I quite like. And in my book, I refer to the guy over there as Food Manchu. He's getting on a bit now. So first time I came in here, well, it wasn't actually this, it was across the road, but same restaurant. Just keep moving it because so the lease was up, and they've just knocked all that down over there now. But yeah, always come here for my spicy pork. So hopefully it'll be as good as it always is. Captain Cab. So I've just ordered one of my most favourite meals of all time. It's spicy pork belly, cooked in like a hot chili sauce, and got Thai basil and chilies and ginger and peppercorns and all kinds of things. I think with a bit of rice. It's quite hot, and so it's a pure chili dish. But let's just put that rice in there. Okay. So I first come in here about 10 years ago for this, and I've been in here. I come in here every time I come to Bangkok. I never order anything else apart from this. So yeah, lovely. Right, kitchen behind me. The guy in the kitchen with with the hat on. If you've ever read my book, that's Food Manchu. Anyway, that's lovely. Finally got it. Been waiting 3 years for that. It's not one of his best. Doesn't seem that hot as I remember even. But this is also the restaurant. If you read my blog a few years ago, like I was sitting there having a few drinks, and I sat down on a plastic seat, and the legs gave way. And as I went down, grabbed the table, the whole table came down on top of me, covered in chili sauce and everything. This is that restaurant. It used to be a lady boy worked here, but not here at the moment. I always laughed every time I came in after that. But, yeah, this is the place. I've made sure, I'm going to sit and have a couple of beers in it, but I've made sure I've sat on a sturdy chair today. Actually, most of them are sturdy now. Not feeling the beer tonight now, but I've had my moo crop, so wasn't one of his best today, sadly. I won't have it again tomorrow. I think it's depending on the cut of the pork. Sometimes it's a bit hard, you know. You get the nice soft bit, melts like butter in your mouth. So I'm going to call it a day. I think probably shouldn't have drank that massive chocolate bar about 2 hours ago. That's probably what's done it. But I'm going to call it a night now. I'm battered.